Ray. What do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Your life is a quest for power. The power to get what you go after. The power that will heal and keep you well. The power to make money. The power to love and be loved. The power to make yourself and those you love happy. All your life, you have been seeking power. You are the central dynamo which can release this power you have longed for. You are surrounded by limitless power. Yet, this power can do nothing until it is directed. This is just as true of spiritual power as of electrical or steam power. Your thought must give spiritual power its direction. You must decide what you want to express. Your choice of ideas determines everything that comes into your life. Choose those words which mean something to you. They will give your desire form. You must do your own thinking. Find your place in the divine plan. Man's part in the divine unfoldment is to recognize what he really is, and through claiming his own to bring it through into expression. Much of man's confusion, sin, sickness, or limitation has been the result of his denial of his divine nature. His belief in an existence apart from God has created negative conditions, but his recognition that God within him is complete changes his order of living and creates abundant life. The infinite responds to man. The substance of everything that man desires, the essence of all life, fills and surrounds him. Man's word speaks forth into form. It fulfills his idea or follows his thought pattern. It responds to his desire completely when he is scientific in his thinking and is convinced about the truth upon which he meditates. Man's consciousness must be freed from lack. Whatsoever negation exists in man's consciousness must be eliminated. Yet we must not fight negation. To do so only gives it power. When we realize the allness of good, negation has no existence. When we feel our oneness with Godness, nothing false can exist. Treatment is the use of power. A mental or spiritual treatment is definite mental work which expresses conditions according to our desires. It does not take into consideration things as they appear to be, but thinks in creative mind the condition as we want it to be. The more specific our treatment, the more positive will be our result. Creative mind accepts our concept and gives it form. The true nature of man is divine. A treatment to be scientific must take into consideration man's real nature. Obviously, man did not create himself. The God mind, which conceived man as a perfect idea, endowed him with the power necessary to unfold this idea, so that man, the image and likeness of God, is the real man to be unfolded. Man, instead of being material and mortal, can be understood as a spiritual reality. He still exists in the God mind as perfect being, and all of his experiences seek to reflect this divine nature. Health, joy, wealth, love, and peace are understood as the natural heritage of the God man. Follow through a creative idea. When we recognize the power contained within the idea which created us, we are unifying ourselves with an infinite force. We should then realize that this power which created us has never left us, but came forth with us, expressing itself as man, so that health, joy, and wealth become the objective expression of this God power. We do not have to create these conditions, but by recognizing the nature of the original power, we let this transcendent presence manifest our desire in all that we are. Recognition of the power enables it to express. The manifestation of this power is complete when we let it do its perfect work. When we can perceive God's perfect idea of perfect man and accept this perfect idea, We open channels in our expression whereby the God idea may manifest. This is why Jesus emphasized so many times that it was the Father within him which did the work. The Spirit indwelling us brings out our true nature. Thought directs substance. The purpose of treatment is to create through spiritual realization that which we want to appear as experience. There is no limitation to what a treatment can do, nor to our ability to give a treatment. Whether we want to demonstrate a peck of potatoes, a rose bush, a new house, a condition in the body, or a new position, the principle is always the same. Through spiritual realization, we create that which we desire to appear as experience. Creative intelligence, which is substance, follows the direction of our thought and assumes the form of our desire. Vision must be turned. We must look away from limitation, lack, discord, and disease, and look toward the self which is the perfect expression of God. Our unification must be complete in the God mind. When we have a specific need, we see the condition in the God mind exactly as we want it to be. This is treatment. Man is spiritual mind. Our realization is the mold which gives form to the substance, spirit. There is just one substance, intelligence, mind, God, or spirit. Our thinking in this substance, not into, gives form to this substance. The substance of all our experiences is the same. We think substance into the form of our desire. Be aware of the good. In treatment, we turn entirely away from the condition as it appears, because as long as we look at the condition, we can never overcome it. We emphasize not the thing to be overcome or changed, but the idea to be expressed. We do not fight disease, but recognize a principle of health which is normal and natural for man to express. Not so much overcoming lack or limitation, but a definite conscious release of abundance. Treatment always builds up something, some idea, some desire, some conception that is to be expressed. The treatment realizes power to be released and then directs it. As we speak our word in the positive way, we will put all our energy into the word to be released, and none of our energy can go into the thing to be destroyed. We think of that which is to be expressed, and the things that are to be removed or the obstructions to be dissipated will eliminate themselves. When we let the negative condition alone, negation will destroy itself as we are concerned with the positive condition to be expressed. A negative condition may not eliminate itself if ignored, but will be eradicated through positive expression. The universe around us reflects our thoughts. When we recognize man as a spiritual being, we see him expressing in a spiritual universe. We see all form as simply the objective expression of spirit, God, or mind. We do not deny the existence of any form, condition, or so-called material object, but we recognize that every form is the expression of intelligence, that every concrete experience is the manifestation of a tangible thought. Regardless of what conditions may exist or what may surround us, we know that thought produces them. Thought will change them. Man, the center of his world. Each person is the point at which the God mind reproduces itself. Whatever man expects or hopes to find in his world must be presented at this point of consciousness as an idea. All experience is the movement of intelligence, the result of man's direction or the reflection of his attitude. The objective appearance must change. The demonstration of health is complete when every appearance of disease or sickness has been removed. Expect your demonstration to be complete. Have no fear. Work scientifically, consistently, and persistently. Recognize that you are dealing with the law of life. Know that it is the nature of principle to respond to itself. Be of good faith. Know that the word you speak is the perfect word of God and establishes itself. Effectual praying is scientific knowing. We do more than pray that aches and pains may be removed or that disease be destroyed. We seek to know our oneness with the perfection of God and realize that God's perfection as health is the life filling us, flowing through every part of our being, vitalizing every cell this moment. To ask God to remove a negative condition would be to recognize it, but to see our oneness with the true nature of God brings through the perfection of God. Thus, the negative condition is automatically wiped out. Ask, and it shall be given. Instead of asking God to give us health, we assume that God, the great creative principle, the presence in us now, is the perfect health filling every part of our being. Instead of asking as though we did not have the thing we desired, we ask believing that we have it now. By realizing that God in us is that health, we simultaneously ask and receive. Every prayer answers itself. Within the prayer, when it is prayed, are all of the elements necessary to bring it through as a manifestation. We identify ourselves in divine mind with the specific thing desired. Therefore, divine mind fills us with the realization of its presence.